Learning is not a transfer of knowledge from lecturer to student, but an active process in which three things must be harmonized. What content is to be learned? How should learning take place? And what can be used to test and assess the knowledge and skills learned? The Australian psychologist John Biggs thought about these questions and developed a knowledge triangle that he called constructive alignment. Constructive alignment is a concept for lesson design, in which the core elements of teaching are harmonized with each other. It is suitable for all areas of knowledge. Biggs has identified the following three core elements of teaching. Learning outcomes. What should students know and be able to do at the end? Teaching and learning activities. What methods can students use to acquire this knowledge and skills? And examinations. What means can be used to test and assess the knowledge and skills acquired? The concept of constructive alignment is particularly helpful for lecturers and experts who are new to teaching, in order to be able to work well with students. But old hands also used the concept because it ensures the fit between the three factors. What goal do I want to achieve with the students? What methods do I want to use to lead them to the goal? And how can I check the quality of the results? From the student's perspective, these components sound like this, for example. What do I get out of the course? This is the question of learning outcomes. What does the lecturer want from me and what should I do specifically? This is the question about the learning activities and methods. And finally, what exam can I expect? Students often focus primarily on the last point, the exam, while the lecturers tend to focus more on the learning outcomes. As you can see, the two should go well together. For example, to build a functional robot, I need the right materials, the right hardware components, and a lab with tools. To program the robot, I need programming skills. The appropriate activities and methods are therefore learning and using the required programming language and the practical handling of the tools and components to build the robot. And presumably, the whole thing requires teamwork. Project management skills are therefore also required. The examination of a robot construction can of course consist of a laboratory report on the construction and an exam on the programming language. However, it is much more obvious and motivating to have different robots from several teams compete against each other. If the learning outcome is well described at the beginning of the event, the teams have the necessary resources at their disposal during realization and the RoboCup starts at the end, then constructive alignment is guaranteed. To summarize, if the objective and the learning outcomes are clearly defined, and if methods and examinations are well aligned with this objective, then the basis has been created for a successful and motivating course.